everybody, welcome to my YouTube channel or podcast, whichever you are listening to this on. I'm super excited to chat today on how I stay healthy through the flu and cold season as a holistic health coach. Obviously, things happen. Sometimes you end up getting sick. There's extenuating circumstances that can happen, but I do believe that we should do what we can to help prevent it, and or if you are sick, these same tips can be really helpful to support your body in healing. So diving right in, we're first going to talk about foods that I highly recommend including into your diet to help support your immune system. First thing, you can probably guess what I am going to say, is vitamin C rich foods. I personally do not recommend vitamin C supplementation. I do think that vitamin C is a lot more bioavailable when you eat it through food form. So I highly recommend getting a lot of vitamin C rich foods such as oranges, citrus fruits in general, kiwi, red bell peppers, and pineapple. These are really good at boosting your immune system, increasing white blood cell production, and fighting free radicals. The next foods that I recommend including are antioxidant-rich foods, as these also help fight free radicals and help reduce inflammation in the body. And as you can probably guess, if you have a lot of inflammation in your body, that is the root of all disease, and it can decrease your immune system. So including things like berries, spinach, and broccoli are just a few examples of antioxidant-rich foods that can help support and healing your body. The next foods that I highly recommend integrating is garlic, honey, and lemon. I have these in like the same line because a garlic honey lemon drink is an amazing way to help boost your immune system, help fight any toxins or microbials that may be in your gut that your body is trying to fight off, as garlic is a natural antimicrobial food. Honey is also an antimicrobial food. It's really soothing to the gut, provides a lot of beneficial nutrients as well. And then lemon is really good for that vitamin C content to help boost your immune system, just to name a few things of each. These are really powerhouses. So I highly recommend, if it's flu season or cold season, people are getting sick around you, and or you are sick, incorporating this into your routine. Some people will also cut up fresh garlic and mix it with honey and then just eat it on a spoon. That's 100% a choice if you want to do that. I personally can't because it's horrible, but some people can do it and be just fine. So whatever works best for you, figure out what that is. And now the last specific food that I recommend considering including is apple cider vinegar. There's quite a bit of controversy to this, but it does help support your immune system by balancing your stomach acid pH, which is really important in fighting off microbials and viruses, as it's, well, technically probably like the second defense system of your body, before getting into like the bloodstream and stuff like that, next to your tonsils, if you have your tonsils still. And it also provides a natural antibacterial property, but it's really important to make sure that, I personally recommend diluting it so you don't cause too much acidity to your teeth. And also I highly recommend making sure that you rinse your mouth if you do drink apple cider vinegar, just because it can cause decay of your teeth. So as long as you rinse your mouth, and I highly recommend diluting it a little bit before drinking the apple cider vinegar, then you should be good to go. So what I recommend doing is trying to incorporate, you know, some of these foods as much as you can into your daily routine, as consistency is really, really important. If you have an orange once a month, that's honestly not going to do much help to your immune system. So trying to incorporate these things on a pretty consistent basis is really important. All right, and then the next group that I want to talk about is supplements that I found to be really, really helpful for your immune system. So the first one is my personal favorite and one that I always go to if if I notice people around me getting sick, or if I maybe feel myself starting to get a little bit sick, maybe my tonsils are starting to swell, maybe I feel like my throat is a little bit sore, I will go straight to elderberry. Elderberry is packed with antioxidants that helps strengthen your immune system, and it is really fantastic at reducing the duration of colds, both in studies, and I have tested it over and over again. Whenever I felt to get sick, most of the time if I take elderberry, I end up not getting sick. Like this happened this last week. I noticed some, weird dry soreness in my throat, and so I started taking elderberry and I'm feeling a lot better, not noticing anything anymore, and that's happened. I've been taking it for very many years, and so if you are going to implement any of these, sorry, my tripod's a little sideways, any of these supplements, I highly recommend considering elderberry. Now, the only caveat is there's a lot of elderberry supplements on the market that are full of refined sugar. That kind of, it doesn't negate the effectiveness of it, but I highly recommend finding stuff without refined sugar in it. I personally take it in capsule form, so it's a dry formula in a capsule. That way it doesn't have refined sugar in it. But do whatever you need to get it if you're able to get it in capsule form. Now, highly recommend it. Now, the second supplement that I recommend including is zinc. Zinc plays a very key role in supporting your immune cell function as well as supporting healing. It's a very well-known mineral that has been shown to help support your immune system. So if you're noticing, again, you're in the flu and cold season or whatever, or maybe you notice you're starting to get sick, or you just want to make sure that you prevent sickness year-round, highly recommend getting enough zinc, but make sure that you don't overdose on zinc. So be careful for the daily recommendation of zinc for your body, and if you are confused on how much to take, I recommend consulting a practitioner or doctor. The next one that I recommend integrating if you do want to give your body some extra support is echinacea. Echinacea is really, really helpful in reducing inflammation and also, of course, supporting your immune system. Why else would I be talking about it? And you can find this in throat sprays, teas, or tinctures, so you can kind of pick whichever one will work best for you. If you're using it specifically for if you are sick, there are some throat sprays available that can help reduce inflammation in your throat, so that can be, a good thing to integrate if that's something that you want to do. I probably wouldn't recommend integrating this one all day, every day. I would probably only use this during certain seasons or if you feel yourself getting cold or if you feel yourself getting sick or while you are sick. Just because it's not it's not typically recommended for daily use. It probably wouldn't be harmful, but I have not seen studies personally on daily use of echinacea. So I would use it as needed. And then the third one is one that you should be taking every single day. Most people should be taking every single day. Vitamin D. Most people do take this one, but I wanted to include it because vitamin D is, honestly, if you're gonna do any of these, do vitamin D. Vitamin D is the only vitamin in your body that can be synthesized, okay, I can't say that word, but you guys know what I mean, in your body through the sun, which is absolutely incredible. And that really goes to show how important it is for your body. That's literally the only one, okay? Absolutely insane. So making sure that you're getting enough vitamin D, whether it be through the sun or through supplementation or both, is really important. If you live in a place where you have winter and you're not in the sun very often, I definitely recommend getting supplementation. If you're unsure if you need supplementation, consult a doctor, get your labs done, and see how much vitamin D you need. But the majority of people are deficient in vitamin D, especially for optimal levels. So if you are kind of concerned, but you don't want to go to the doctor about it, I would probably start with 2,500 to 5,000. This isn't a official recommendation. I just want to give you guys a starting number on what to think about. I'd be really careful about going up to 10K or above 10K unless you know your specific numbers or if you've been guided by a doctor. Because you can overdose on vitamin D, and a lot of the symptoms of having too much vitamin D are the symptoms of having too little vitamin D too. So it's definitely important to make sure that you're not getting too much or too little. Got to find the right balance, and so I highly recommend getting your labs tested. to know which one you need. But if you don't want to, again, I gave you a reference range to kind of consult, especially if you are living in, like I live in Alaska, and so it's really dark and cold and we don't get much sun here, and if we do get sun, it's no sun that's really going to give us much vitamin D at all, especially since we can't really expose our skin to the sun much because it's so cold. So we have to take vitamin D here all winter, and we even take vitamin D here in the summer because even the summer isn't super sunny usually. So that's personally what we have to deal with. If you live in a similar climate and you're not taking vitamin D, definitely get that fixed. For sure. All right, those are the supplements that I recommend integrating. The zinc and the vitamin D are ones that you can integrate every single day. Just make sure that you don't overdo it on the zinc. I think if you're taking it daily, I think you don't want to go over 15 milligrams, I believe is what it is. I haven't taken a look at that in a long time, so I'm kind of going based off what I remember. But you can look up the upper limit and daily recommendation for zinc online, and that can give you a better idea on what to take. And then the echinacea and the elderberry are ones that you'd want to take as needed, depending on the season, or if you feel yourself getting sick or if you are sick. And then the next thing that I want to go into is managing your stress. Stress plays a really, really big role in your immune system, not only because of the impact that it has on your gut health, which I believe about 80% of your immune system is actually in your gut, which is a really important thing to remember, because if you have bad gut health, you're likely going to have a weakened immune system. And so focusing on managing your stress effectively can help improve both your gut health and your immune system simultaneously. You guys already know I cannot say words sometimes. I don't know why. But anyways, some of my favorite practices for improving or managing your stress effectively. First one is deep breathing. I have integrated this one a lot in my lifestyle because it helps lower your cortisol level, calms your nervous system, and these in turn help boost your immune system because of the positive effect that it has on your gut. It also helps, like the other way, or I guess like the way that it helps do this is through the stimulation of the vagus nerve. And when you have good gut-brain connection, that helps improve both your brain and your gut health. The other practice that you can integrate is mindful meditation. So this can be kind of integrated with deep breathing if you do deep breathing with meditation, or if you want to just do mindful meditation, depending on what you specifically want. I have combined them both quite frequently, and I have found that I enjoy it quite a bit, but you can figure out which works best for you. But mindful meditation is very, very helpful in calming your immune system, activating the rest and digest state, therefore improving your gut health and your immune system. And then another thing that I recommend doing is, stretching or gentle yoga. These can be really good things for reducing stress, improving circulation, which can be really helpful in boosting your immune system, as well as helping you improve your lymphatic drainage, which is also really important because your lymphatic system pretty much helps clear out toxins and pretty much the bad stuff from your body. So making sure that your lymphatic drainage is optimized is really important, and stretching and yoga can be a really good way to help do that. And now the next thing, you're probably gonna laugh at me a little bit, but whatever, I'm gonna say it anyways, is gratitude or positive thinking. Your mindset has a bigger impact on your health than you could possibly imagine. And so I really, really urge you to focus on having a positive mindset, positive thinking, positive thoughts, as well as practicing gratitude. Those things can be really, really important in improving your immune system, improving your health, improving every single system in your body. I know they're super simple practices, super simple things, but I also understand that improving your mindset to be more positive, especially when maybe you've lived your entire life in, just to be honest, a victim mindset or a super negative mindset. Maybe terrible things have happened to you. Completely understand, but it's really, really important to take personal responsibility for your life and stop I guess you could say, like, tormenting yourself about what has happened in the past. Again, it's way easier said than done, but if you want to heal your body, if you want to feel better, if you want to move on with your life, you need to take personal responsibility with how you're going to live your life in the future instead of staying victim for things that have happened to you in the past. And this is a really huge thing when it comes to healing. If you get into, getting into your healing era or regulating your nervous system more, this will be a big thing that you will have to face. Because it's a very necessary thing in healing. So, highly recommend shifting your mindset, practicing gratitude to help promote a state of well-being, help you tell your body or notify that your body is safe, and it also helps boost immunity, which is a good thing. So I highly recommend integrating these habits into your lifestyle, because if you just do, again, as I mentioned with the food, if you just do these willy-nilly, not very consistent, they're not going to have the biggest impact. Something is better than nothing, like I always like to say, but it's not going to have the biggest impact. So I highly recommend trying to integrate these things, consistency without stressing yourself out. All right, and then the next thing that I want to dive into is implementing lifestyle habits to help support your immunity. So the first thing obviously is sleep. Sleep is very, very, very crucial for your immune system. If you're not getting enough sleep, your immune system is going to suffer. Let me tell you, okay? So making sure that you're getting about 7 to 9 hours of sleep every single night, and quality sleep too. Not just getting enough sleep, but you need to get quality sleep. If you were sleeping like 10, 12 hours every single night and you still feel exhausted in the morning, that means that you're not getting quality sleep, and that is a really important thing to work towards if you want to improve your immune system and if you want to improve your health. The next thing that I highly recommend doing is drinking enough water. I know that's like super simple, but okay, we need enough water to flush out toxins, your body is 70% water, to keep the functioning and of your body going, as well as supporting your gut health. It's really important to make sure that you're getting enough water, and not just water. I recommend getting good sources of water. Don't drink tap water, drink filtered water. Making sure that you're also getting enough electrolytes too is really important for your health and immune system as well. Tap water has a lot of contaminants in it, even though it's cleaned a lot. There's things like chlorine and heavy metals and even different hormones from the ground can get into our waterway, and so it's really important to filter your drinking water, your cooking water. I even recommend the water that you use to wash your, the shower, bathroom, sink. Really important to make sure that you're filtering your water. You can also get like a whole in-house water filter, so you don't have to get it on like every single faucet. I personally don't exactly know how those work. I know they're a little bit pricey, but if you don't want to spend the money to get it on every single faucet, that can be a good idea. The next thing that I recommend integrating to help support your immune system is daily movement. Strength training, walking, stretching are really good ways to boost your immune system. Super high intensity strength training can temporarily decrease your immune system. So if you are noticing you're starting to get sick or you're around a lot of sick people, maybe decrease the intensity a little bit to help prevent getting sick in that period of time. But it improves your immune system over time. That's something that's really important to remember. Lifting and movement is actually, all of these are really important. All of these work together to help improve your immune system, but lifting and movement is one of the best ways to help improve and support your immune system. So making sure that you're getting consistent movement is really important. And then the last thing is sunlight. Make sure that you are getting plenty of sunlight. The sun is very healing to your body, not only because it helps your body synthesize vitamin D, but because of all of the other healthy benefits that it has on your brain and your body and your skin. Just make sure that you use a non-toxic sun protectant if you are in the sun for a longer period of time, or if the UV is really high, to help prevent skin cancer. But make sure again that it's a non-toxic product, because a lot of the popular sunscreens actually contribute to skin cancer because of all of the toxins that they have, and not just skin cancer, but cancer overall because of all of the nasty toxins that they have in them. So I recommend getting a mineral-based sunscreen that is non-toxic. Okay. So those are the best tips that I have for supporting your immune system to help prevent getting sick and or help you recover from being sick. Obviously adjust these depending on your lifestyle, what you want to use them for. But if you have any questions or if you want to learn more about how to support your body in conquering weight loss resistance, gut issues, hormonal dysregulation, and or chronic fatigue, that's exactly what I help people do. So if you want to learn more about working with me and my holistic health coaching practice, I would love to get to know you more and see if we're the right fit to work together. So you can go to the link below to chat with me on Instagram or apply to work with me on my website. Anyways, I'll talk to you guys next time. Have a wonderful rest of your week.